Seaman. Seaman has a very controlled version of Dimir Midrange, while we already saw what Samwise Combo from Marius can make. They're both deciding if they want to keep or not. And there we go, they keep. And there we go. Marius fetch pass. Seaman fetch pass. There we go, surveillance for Marius. My general suggestion when you play Magic is to play a little bit slower. Even though you know your deck, you know everything, it's a little bit better to play slower in order to be sure not to skip the triggers or not to skip anything. Thoughts is literally casted on the battlefield. There we go, Frog. Frog is gone. Fetch again. Playing Young Wolf. He said he's gonna get Temple Garden in order to do that. Yes. Yeah, as I said, playing a little bit slower helps not to skip the trigger or not to confuse the opponent or not to confuse yourself many times, because you could get lost in your thoughts, in your reasoning, and you could miss some triggers, some other important thing on the battlefield. And if you find a very focused opponent, someone who is actually taking track of everything, he may call the judge in a very in a bigger tournament, or he may get you a warning. So, or he may get advantage of you skipping some important trigger for yourself. So, as a piece of advice, always take your time. Don't slow play. I'm not talking about playing slowly intentionally, but I'm talking not to play too quickly, so quickly that you can get confused by yourself. So confused to hit yourself. Taking a little break apparently, but yeah, so many times, or at least that's my opinion, thinking a little bit more on the plays and what you want to do in that game, thinking about what the opponent could have in hand, even though maybe you're not a very responsive deck. It can help you to build a better game for yourself. Surveilling for Seaman. Taking for one. I was playing a two-headed giant once with a guy, and when I was looking at his game, he had a Kiki Jiki on top of his deck and a fetch land, and he was like, man, I won the game. And then after 5 minutes he was still playing, and I was like, didn't you win the game? Orcish Bowmaster for Marius. That guy actually fetched with the Kiki on top. He lost the game. Spell snare on that Bowmaster. It was a no from Simon. Safekeeper and High Wire Might. Young Wolf attacking for 1. Fetching. Basic Island. That way the giant went so bad. Another good piece of advice is I don't do it, so I should be better at this, but writing down, ooh, Bowmaster, that's how you do it. Hitting the Safekeeper. So I was saying a good piece of advice would be to write down your cards, or trying to have something that reminds you your triggers in order for you not to skip over, I don't know, maybe you're overexcited by the card you drew or something. You should always keep your shit together and do what you gotta do. Attacking for 1, and then ninjutsu Kaito in. Well, Marius knew about it because he saw it through the Thoughtseize. So not much of a big surprise. Surveil 2, and then draw 1. Both of them into the graveyard. Playing land. Gilded Goose. Food token. Kaito is attacking. 3 damages. Surveilling again. 1 graveyard, 1 draw. Dark Slick Shore. Enters the battlefield tapped. I don't understand why in a control deck, mid-range control-ish deck, you want to play a fast land. I mean, it's nice in the first 2 turns, but I don't know. I think it would maybe be better with a Verge, but Grist. That one is quite good, but not today. Not today. Subtlety and bottom of the library for Grist. Not a very good situation for Marius. Now he has to deal with the Simon threats. Blocking Kaito, getting 3 damages. Young Wolf comebacks again for his Undying ability. Kaito, Surveil to draw 1. The situation is quite good for Seaman, because right now he's just reacting to what Marius can do, and he has also some threats that can win him the game. Potentially last turn for Marius, he has to combo now, if he's able to. Samwise. And no. Like, Seaman has something for every card at this point. He's drawing too much, he's controlling the game. Combat. Fatal push on the goose. So before the attack phase, Marius wanted to do something on the fatal push. He wanted to get something with the Chord of Calling. And then counterspell, and this ends the game. I played against Seaman, and I totally know that his deck, the best word to describe his deck is no. It's a big fat no. Fetch Pass, Darkseid Shore, and Thoughtseize. It's a very good hand for Marius. He has basically the combo ready. If it was not for that Thoughtseize, I mean. Some visit to the graveyard. Marius surveils. Untap, draw. Shock in. Green Sun Zenith for 1. Green Sun Zenith gets reshuffled into the library, and Gilded Goose, creating a food token. Surveilland. To the graveyard. It was a Tamio. On top, draw for Marius. Visitors here. And also the Carrion Feeder. Seaman. Marius asked if Seaman plays Pest Control. Of course he doesn't, because Pest Control requires also white. But we can see from his hand that he has the explosives. Frog. Explosives for 1 would be devastated at this point of the game. Cat is in the graveyard. So at this point, Marius needs just one Sam to combo and win the match. Passing the turn. Seaman untapping his lands, but apparently he's mana screwed. Whoopsie. Discarding 1 card. Moving to combat. Flying the frog. The goose dies. Marius is trying to not to let Seaman draw what he needs to get rid of the land screw. Yes, counter spell. He's mana screwed, but he has resources. Birthing Ritual, playing land, fetching. Dryad Arbor. They're discussing on how Greens and Zenith works. If you have to shuffle your library first and then shuffle your Greens and Zenith, or if you can shuffle the Greens and Zenith along with the library as long as you use it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, end step, the birthing ritual triggers. And as Sleeve got broken, Marius in our tournaments is the one with the highest ratio of broken sleeves. Not joking. It could probably be because of the way he shuffles, but I mean, every time is 5 to 6 sleeves broken per tournament. It's like, seven cards from the top of the library for the birthing ritual trigger. Sacrificing the Arbor. Gilded Goose. It's not a Samwise. Seaman, mana screwed, but still alive and kicking. So at this point, even though Seaman can still attack with the frog, there's another goose to block the frog, not allowing him to draw. The goose gets sacrificed to the Viscera Seer in order to scry and adjust the draw for the next turn. Second main, Strategic Betrayal. Okay, sacrificing a food to get back the Cauldron Familiar, and then sacrificing Carrion Feeder. I didn't fully get it, but it's okay. I would have sacrificed the cat again. Orcish Bowmaster, face. Amassing orcs, just one. And end of the turn, birthing ritual triggers. Still no Sam. Sacrificing the Cauldron Familiar for another Orcish Bowmaster. Apparently Midas just figured out that Seaman is mana screwed. Or probably was joking about that, but yeah. Attacking with the frog. And he's discarding one card because he really needs that frog to fly at this point. Discarding a subtlety. And then flying the frog. Assigning 3 damages and drawing 1 card. And then 2 damage from the Orcish Bowmaster because of the card draw. Still no land for Seaman. That's very unfortunate. So in response to the Bowmaster's triggering, he wants to sacrifice the tokens in order to scry with the Viscera Seer and adjust the draw a little bit better. Sacrificing the 2/2, then creating a new one that is a 1/1. The other Bowmaster is still on the stack. Sacrificing it, scrying. And then with the last one coming in, no scry again. And then yes, then he scries. Untapping, keeping on top. Moving to end step. Bursting Ritual. Ooh, shoot a Sheriff on the Viscera Seer. Sacrificing the Viscera Seer to scry 1. Bottom. Birthing Ritual triggers. Gilded Goose. sacrificing a bowmaster, and then fatal push on the frog. Sacrificing a food to replay Cauldron Familiar from the graveyard. No land. No land, that's unbelievable. I guess it happens, but wow. Well, Simon kept one lander anyway, so it was kinda good. Tamio, and then engineered explosives. X is 1. This is here again. And this could be the end of the game. 1 damage from the attack phase. And then end step. Still. Birthing Ritual triggers. Sacrificing a Bowmaster for a Ranger Captain of Eos, allowing to search the deck for a small creature. How we might. Land, finally. Attacking with Tamio, blocking with the... Marius was scared of the Kaito ninjutsu, so he blocked with the goose. Three mana. Toxic Deluge! X is 3, so they're gonna kill everything on the board, creating just 1 food before everything is gone. Sacrificing and scrying. Sacrificing a food to have the cat back. Another sleeve is gone. And this is here again. Haywire Might. Birthing Ritual triggers again. Still no Sam. Everything was ready on the battlefield to get the combo out, but still no Sam. Finally lands for Seaman. Passing the turn. Attacking for 1. Attacking for just 1 with the young wolf. Fetching. Basic island. Subtlety. Just for blocking the wolf. Sacrificing to Viscera Seer in order to scry, and now it's time to go to the end step. Bertin Ritual triggers again. Still, one Sam would end the game, but apparently no Sam. Marinette Apprentice. There we go. Seaman needs to find a way out of this situation. He found plenty given the mana screw and whatever. He played an amazing game, but now it's difficult. Like, hoping that in the next 7 cards there's not gonna be any Sam is like a big, huge bet. Quantum Riddler. Drawing 1 card. Sacrificing the clue. Playing 1 land. Riddler goes to Warp Zone. So Marius sacrifices the food in order to get back the cat. 1 damage, and then he has enough to kill Marius. To kill Seaman, sorry. And there we go. Game 3. Let's go, the game starts. Fetch Shock for Thoughtseize. A painful start for Seaman. No creatures, just way to get them. Bertin Ritual is the selected card for Thoughtseize. Very good choice. So annoying. Shock Green Sun Zenith for 0. Probably getting a Dried Arbor. They're joking about the fact that he found the Dryad Arbor, he shuffled, and then he has to cut the deck to then shuffle back the greens and zenithine. Orcish Bowmaster on the Dryad Arbor. Oh well. Another sleeve is gone. As I said, he's the one changing the hugest amount of sleeves in our tournaments. I think in the entire Norway. Dryad Arbor is gone. Bowmaster created the Orc army. And now it's Mario's turn. Drawing one. Playing a land. Fatal push on the Bowmaster. Then Quantum Riddler. Drawing one. Attacking with the Orcs, and then Dark Slick Shore. Quantum Riddler warped out. Surveilling for the double surveil for no, sorry, just a Shockland tapped. Surveilling was at the end of Siemens' turn. Drawing one card. Very quick situations now. Surveying for Shadowy Backstreet, for Marius. Another sleeve is gone! I'm shocked. Literally. Tamio, pass. Passing again. Well, it's not good to be that passive against a control deck. I mean, Seaman is just stacking up cards to deal with Marius combo. Totsis. In response, cracking the fetch for a basic forest, and now it's time to Chord of Calling and Counterspell. So it's still a no. Chord of Calling is gone, and now it's time for it's time for the Thoughtseize, and it's still Chord of Calling. Well, Marius was very passive, but due to poor drawing. Bosage in play. Chord of Calling, Axis 3. Crystal Barricade. Prevents all non-combat damage, and the active player has, not the active player, sorry, the controller has X-proof. Toxic Delage for X is 4. And then time you again. Is there a seer? And then passing the turn. Bowmaster again. Spells Snare. It's still a no. Slow down, Marius. Please slow down. Sam. And counterspell. Frog. Tamio hits for 0. Turns in the round. First extra turn for Seaman. They're counting down from 5. I will do it too, so it's gonna be easier. 5 turns left. Both of them may win this game. Bowmaster again on the Viscera Seer. How many Bowmasters did we see in this game? Frog attacking for 1. Trigger. Sacrificing a clue. Tamio flips. And it's +2 for Tamio. Four turns left, Gilded Goose. Which I think is okay. I don't think that's a card that you want to subtlety, but maybe he wants in order to be able to attack with the frog. Marius is suggesting Seaman to get back a Fatal Push, but yeah, subtlety. Subtlety on the Gilded Goose. Marius decided to keep it on top. 3 turns left. Dark Slick Shore in Seaman's hand. Discarding 2 to Frog. Attacking for 4. Drawing 1. Tamio taking back a counter spell to basically save this game. Gilded Goose on the battlefield. Counter spell on that Gilded Goose. 1 turn left. Orcish Bowmaster. Drawing 1. drawing 2 out of the clues, and then Simon has enough damage to win the game. Very, very interesting game. Simon's deck is so controlling. So controlling. And Marius was a bit unlucky, I gotta say. Seemed to be a little bit better in the beginning, but like in this case he was too passive against a deck that is super, super controlling. I just want to mention, like, is it even possible to play these many Bowmasters? Next time I'm gonna go for a deck check for these guys to see if they play 4 or 5 Bowmasters. It's unreal what we saw today. And this was all for today. The Stack is Lava is still on fire, and it's gonna be, I hope, for a long time. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, and all the things that you should do as people who like this channel. The bell to remind of our videos and a lot of stuff. And it's been great to be with you guys. Enjoy, and to the next eruption. Bye.